Alternatives to bouquets for your bridesmaids.
Hi, welcome back to Bride Society. I'm Laura and this is Rebecca. And today we're talking about alternatives to bridesmaid bouquets. If you're not a fan of sending your bridal party down the aisle with a bouquet, we've got some alternatives for you, as well as some alternatives to traditional like flower girl and page boy items that they would walk down the aisle with as well. So if you still like the idea of flowers, but you just don't want a bouquet, there are still some options. First one being maybe a wrist corsage. So this is just a small something that distinguishes your bridesmaids. So if you're not going for the traditional matching bridesmaid dresses, it could be a way that points them out as the bridesmaids. But even if you are going matching, it leaves their hands free. They're not having to carry something, but they have got the flowers on their wrists.
Yes. Or they could still be carrying something and go for like a floral hoop. So you sort of just attach flowers perhaps around sort of the bottom half of it, and they carry it from the top, and it could be different sizes, like you could have slightly bigger ones for your bridesmaids and your flower girls or whatever, kind of like a smaller version that could be quite sweet, or coordinating colours, something like that, so you can really mess around with that idea as well.
Or you could have a floral basket. This is something that seems to have blown up quite a lot this year. We've seen this quite a few times, that instead of, again, holding the bouquet in a traditional way, you've got a little basket, either go traditional like wicker basket or any kind of basket. How many times can I say the word basket? With the coordinating flowers in there, just something a bit different for your bridesmaids to carry.
And then if we're going to sort of move away from flowers entirely, then if you're getting married in a warmer climate or just on a warmer day, how about something like quite an ornate or fancy fan? So they can keep cool, especially like while they're stood there then at the front. They can be useful on many levels.
Yeah. Or even a parasol. So if you're doing maybe like a vintage wedding, this would work especially well. Or if you're just conscious of giving your bridesmaids some shade, get a pretty, delicate, ornate one, or just plain and simple, just something for them to carry down the aisle while keeping cool.
And an idea that I think would be particularly nice if you're having sort of a sunset wedding would be for them to carry a lantern down the aisle. Add some elegant lighting to it. Possibly not a real flame, depending on how high the heels are and how steady the ground is, but I'll leave that in your hands.
You can get some quite realistic battery-powered candles now, so maybe that's a safer option. But that could also then be used as decor at the end of the aisle, possibly. Yeah. Something else that can also double up as decor at the end of the aisle if you wanted it to, is giving all your bridesmaids a balloon. Now we're not talking kind of just a small
kids party.
No. One of the big round balloons that have been quite popular in weddings for quite a while. Add some ribbons or foliage or flowers to the string, and it can carry them down the aisle.
Yeah, and obviously you can make the colour of the balloon in keeping with your theme, or keep kind of classic and clean and white. I do think balloons are quite hard to get right for weddings, like for it to not just kind of go into kids' birthday party territory, but I think ones like these, Laura was saying, these oversized round ones have got that classier element. Would you agree?
Yeah, they're more recognisable as wedding balloons.
You could do something interesting, like so have you heard of like Here Comes the Bride, right? And it's quite often when I've seen that in the past, it's been something that maybe the page boy carries down or even flower girl carries down a sign that says like Here Comes the Bride, but you could have your bridesmaids do it and perhaps have it so that each bridesmaid is carrying like a single word. So the first one like here, and then comes the etc. Depending how many bridesmaids you've got, obviously how many words you've got there, but some kind of like a build up to them coming down.
Yes, and you definitely have to have bridesmaids going first in that scenario.
Yes, you have to do it the American way.
And for flower girls, if your flower girl maybe isn't so confident to, often they're throwing handfuls of confetti as they walk down the aisle. If they're not super confident to do something like that, you could give them maybe a magic wand. So they have a little wand decorated with flowers or ribbon, something like that, that they can just hold. So they've got something to hold as they come down the aisle.
Yes. Yeah. Or even have a little Pom Pom on the top, which might match like the fabric in their like tutu kind of skirt, something like that. Or we've done one as well where you attach like little bells to the end, so it kind of jingles a little bit when they come down, which is kind of fun and sweet, and they'll have fun playing with that, and it's almost a little bit of a favour for them too, isn't it? So yeah, so there's some ideas of what you could do differently, whether you still want to use flowers or if you were looking for a complete alternative to the bouquet for your bridesmaids, flower girls, etc. If you've got any other interesting ideas, do drop them in the comments box below to help out other couples that might be watching. But otherwise, we hope you liked the video. If you do, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss more content like this.